Hi, hi, welcome to the channel. It's Gordon here of G17 Collectibles. As the title would suggest, I think I've had enough. I've had enough of 1/6 high-end 1/6 scale figures. I am hitting what I'm calling figure fatigue. Now, I've been a collector for over 20 years. I've been collecting since the year 2000, and I consider myself to be a reasonably decent collector. I collect all manner of things. I've got a lot of stuff. For anyone who's seen some of the videos on the channel, some of the collection videos, you'll see that I've got a lot of pieces. So I've got over 160 individual items. They range from 1/6 figures to 1:1 scale props to 1/3 statues, premium formats, helmets, Star Wars lightsabers, you name it. I have either had it or I've still got it. And I've seen a lot of change, I've seen a lot of evolution, I've seen this hobby growing to, in the last 5 years, an immense, a really immense platform. I don't know what you call it. It's just got to the stage. It's a lot of money. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of things. Every day there's a new pre-order, and I think I am certainly really struggling to keep up with collecting. Now, I love collecting. I'm never going to give up collecting. I'm always going to collect, but I'm changing the way in which I do it. I'm starting to evolve away from where I've been in the last year or two to doing something a bit different. Still in the same, still collecting stuff and still looking at stuff and still trying to achieve stuff, but I'm just getting really, really tired of 1/6 scale figures, and the reason for that is because of a volume. There's too many on the market. There's a lot of competition on the market. They're all doing the same things, and the Joker is that one figure that is repeated time after time after time. How many versions have we had now? Something like 10, 12 different versions of the Joker in various scales. There's been 1/3 scales, there's quarter scales, and there's several in the 1/6 scale market. Now, Joker's one of my favourite characters ever, and I have been pre-ordering, and I've bought a lot of Joker figures. But recently, with the change in the industry, with premium figures, shall we say, rooted hair, artisan versions, it's too much. It is getting to the point where it's too much. And that light bulb moment for me came very recently, actually. And I was hovering around cancelling or changing or not ordering anymore. The light bulb moment came last week when Sideshow announced that the Dark Knight Joker Artisan version was going to be delayed, and I thought, I'm going to get my NRD back. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel it. Now, why have I cancelled it? Why have I taken that decision? Given the fact that I'm a big Joker fan, I'm a big Batman fan, I've got Batman tattooed on my arm, and I'll be having Joker on this side at some point. Huge Joker fan. I've got the in-art double version, I've got the original DX11, I've got the Hot Toys quarter scale, I've got Queen Studios 3rd scale, I've got the JND 3rd Joker. I've got a lot of Jokers, and I was quite excited about being able to get on the pre-order list for the Artisan version. I was less than impressed with the way in which Sideshow, and I continue to be less than impressed with the way in which Sideshow, for example, are putting these queues together. It's not necessarily good for the collector that wants to try and collect as much as they can. So that royally pissed me off. Every single time there's an artisan drop, I don't think it's good enough to have a queue that you just sit in and it's pot luck. But that's a completely different complaint and a completely different video. But my pre-order list has been growing and growing and growing. And I currently sit with about £7,000 worth of pre-orders. Yep, that's right, £7,000 £1,000. And there's not a lot of stuff that I'm buying for that. Now, granted, one of the things is taking up a large chunk of that, and I'll go through that. But I literally have something like 5, 6 figures. And they're coming to about £3,000. 4,000 US American. And that doesn't necessarily include the tax and the shipping and all the rest that I've got to pay to get them into the UK. And I'm just getting to that point where I am really tired of it. I'm hitting 1/6 scale fatigue. Now, don't get me wrong, I have the Inart Gandalf, I have the Inart Aragorn. They are stunning figures. When it comes to figure and figure quality, they are up there. But we've went from 1/6 scale figures costing £120, £150, £200, £220, £230, and now we're hitting plus £500 for a figure. £500 for a figure. For a 1/6 scale plastic figure. And it doesn't matter how much rooted hair you put on top of it, it doesn't matter how good the tailoring is. That's a considerable chunk for a figure. That's statue money. That's Star Wars helmet money. That's your premium statues. I know they're coming up to 1,000, 2,000. You know, there's everything's going up in price. I appreciate that. I'm not looking at, I paid £150 for a Hot Toys 20 years ago. Them days are long gone. But my God, this is, it's getting too much. It is really getting too much. Now, let me just switch over and I'll show you what I've had on pre-order, and I'll try and give you my justification for cancelling this Artisan figure. So I had the Artisan pre-ordered. I also have the Inart Batman pre-ordered, the premium edition from Spec Fiction. I also have the Joker Artisan edition. I also have the deluxe version of Jack Sparrow because I couldn't get the Artisan edition. The queue did not allow me the position to get that. However, I do have the last DX, which is almost exactly the same as the deluxe version, so I really don't know why I'm going to proceed with the deluxe version either. I then have Paul Atreides from Inart Direct, because that's probably the one and only figure I could get from Inart Direct being in the UK. I also have Harley Quinn Artisan version. And then I have the GND Indiana Jones Hyperreal movie statue, 1/3 scale. And I have the Lord of the Rings Andreal Museum Collection sword. And adding all them up, we're talking £7,000. We're talking a lot of money that I've got to pay out in the next 12 months. And I'm thinking, £7,000 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things. Okay, granted, the Indiana Jones statue's half of that. Okay, that's half. But removing that, that's £3,500 I've got for 5, 6 figures and a sword. Okay, take the sword out now. I'm just below £3,000 for 6 figures. That's £500 a figure. £500 a figure. At what point did we get in this hobby to accepting paying £500 plus for a figure? You know, when I paid £800 for the Inart double pack Jokers, I knew it was a lot of money, and I knew, it's Inart, it's rooted hair. I get caught up in the hype, and don't get me wrong, they're fantastic figures. I really love them. But when I take a step back and think £800, £400 for a figure, and I compare them against the DX11, there's not £300 worth of difference in value. I'm just a bit kind of fatigued with it all. So, I think I'm going to cancel pretty much everything on my list. I'm still on the fence about Batman. I do like the Batman figure. I think it's a tremendous looking figure. I think given the reviews, it's maybe one that I will keep. But the Joker, this one, out. I've already got the Blitzway Prime 1 1/3 scale Joker. It's okay. It was £1,600, which is expensive for that statue. Very expensive for that statue. Probably would never pay that again for it. But this is a 1/6 scale figure. Nah, I'm going to wait until it's delayed and then try and get my money back on it. The Jack Sparrow is exactly the same as the last DX, so that'll be going as well. Paula Tradies, don't get me wrong, Dune's fantastic, but I think I'm in love with the figure for that kind of money, given the fact I have to pay shipping and tax. So tax is about £75, shipping's about £30-40. So any figure you see, convert that to the UK price, and then I've got another £125 on top of it. Harley Quinn, I'm on the fence with that one. I've got a while to think about it. It doesn't come out until next year, and it'll be the end of next year before I think we see that. But, you know, I think I'll wait and see what that looks like and where I am financially before I make a decision on that. The sword, I think I'm going to cancel the sword as well, do you know? I've got a number of the Lord of the Rings swords. I don't really need this one for £640. And I am still going to keep the JND statue from Indiana Jones. But quite frankly, I'm a bit concerned about the likeness, and I don't think it's £3,500 worth of value. I haven't seen the production sample of the single figure yet, but it must be exactly the same as a double that I've seen. And I'm a bit concerned about the videos coming out on Indiana Jones. However, I know these things tend to look different in hand than what they do from a picture or from a video. It is an overall impressive thing, but I'm just not sure. So, Artisan Joker, I have cancelled. It's gone. I got an email. I got my NRD back. Somebody else who's on the wait list has got the opportunity for that. I am delighted for you. I'm delighted for everyone who's got this and everyone who loves it. I know it's a stellar figure. I've seen the reviews. I've seen all the feedback. It looks fantastic. But do I need another one when I've got the in-art ones for £550? The answer is right now, no. I'm changing the way in which I collect. I'm no longer going to start pre-ordering stuff. I'm not going to commit any money to these things. I'm done at the moment, I think, with 1/6 scale, and I'm going to move off and look at other things. I've got a couple of irons in the fire. I'm now 3D printing, which has given me a lot of joy and a lot of pleasure because I'm now starting to make stuff again. I'm not just buying stuff and putting it on the shelf. I'm actually making and building and painting, which is what I used to do many, many years ago, and that's what I'm focused on, that's what I enjoy. So for me, it's the end of high-end figures. I'm not interested. I've looked at Legolas from in-art. I've looked at all these other things. I'm just not interested. So for me, I'm going to take a break from them. The high-end stuff, I just don't think is worth it. Let me know if you feel the same. Let me know if you also feel that you've came to the end of high-end figure collecting as well. It's too expensive. It is too expensive to try and keep up with all of these releases. And some people that might be what you love and it might be your hobby. Great. If you can afford it and you can do it, keep doing it. Keep doing what you love. Keep doing everything that you like doing. For me anyway, the artisan line, the art line, the high-end line, it's over for the time being. So yeah, I'm not even that sad about it. I'm really not sad. It feels like a relief. It feels like a relief that I am taking a different direction. I'm going in a different direction, and I don't necessarily want to keep chasing queue systems and pre-orders and keep on top of it. Because let's be honest, these are just 6 figures of the 60 I could potentially order that I've liked and I've thought I'd like that, but I can't afford that. But yeah, it seems more sensible to me to look backwards and look at collectibles that are already on the market, that are a reasonable price, that I can afford, I'd like to add to the collection, and I'm going to be a bit picky and choosy. I'm not necessarily going to start pumping more money into pre-order items. So yeah, that's it. That's where I am. Thank you very much for joining me and listening to my rant, my complaint. I don't even know what this is. It's just, you know, one of these videos that you just think I need to explain to somebody what I'm doing to vindicate what I'm doing, but I don't know. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you agree. Let me know how you're doing. Are you going this way? Are you not going this way? Let me know. Let's have a conversation about it. You know, who knows? But I just wanted to put that out there. So thank you very much for watching the video. Much appreciated. Like and subscribe as always. Until the next one, take care. Bye bye.